turn 55. Things are heating up a lot. First I'm on lava, so it's pretty hot. And then you will see it's quite hot turn. And yeah, we will see next turn, but I'm quite worried actually. So my leader is next to these nice dragons. Oh, I thought it was 2 dragons and wyverns, but actually it's only 1, so it's actually easier than I thought, but still a bit complicated for 4 versus 6. And as you can see, I'm standing quite far from them, even if I could move closer, but according to the mod tools, the units from a giant dwelling quests can go up to 5x. 5x is outside the range of the domain, and that's 5x's. And so I did some tests, and actually I was not able to get them to go more than 3x's out. But I asked to some other players on the battlefield.com, the website organizing this game, and they said they saw this in the past. So I want to be cautious because I definitely don't want to lose my leader now, since my throne is going to get captured. So yeah, staying there, even if it's not the best thing, because then I might not be able to catch them next turn. I didn't kill these guys because I have a shrine bonus, Elven's King Blessing and Life Drain on these 3 units, and not on my leader, so I could have attacked with my leader alone. But then what would be the point, because my leader is already maximum level 15 in this game, and I can get some gold and maybe an item or a unit, but not really good reward. Whereas if I come back with my units, I can level them up, which makes more sense. So yeah, didn't clear this. And in addition, it would be dangerous to go 1 versus 4 with a halfling with Lesser Mighty Meek and Scoundrel with Dreadnought. Even if my leader is pretty tanky, it's still dangerous. So I came from there, took the haste berries and the shrine, and here I am. So after I killed the dragons, I've got 2 options. One is to go back through these haste berries and move back there. Second option is to come back here, clear this, take the haste berries and maybe move there. But Eskild is moving there in theory, and I'm always quite worried by this because it's in the area where Jean is. I know he has a city here, another there, his old throne here, and I know he has some units in this area, so I don't want to go there. Then the other units I have, so they are here. I moved back my spy drone from here to there to go check this area. Some people might come from here, so I'm definitely moving away. And I met Mac, the incredibly ugly, who is indeed very ugly. Look at him. And so he's putting Warlord's Dwarf. He's pure evil, but he reached that after me. And so what's interesting is he got 2 vassal plus 3 more vassals, so that's 5. And he plundered 1 city and migrated 4. So, and actually that's him who got the monoculture a few turns ago. That's turn 52, I know. So Jean got Heptatopia, but oh yeah, actually that was 9 turns ago. Mac got monoculture. So what I believe is that he has at least 8 dwarf cities, or at least he had them, but maybe not anymore. So 1 he started with, 4 with migration, 3 cities he founded, so that's 8. And he got also 1 vassal, so maybe 9. Then he attacked some Frostling, so probably AlXStormrage, who was killed early on. He migrated the Draconian city, probably from Jean, or independent city, more likely an independent city, and migrated 2 goblins, probably independent cities that he found near his lands. He has Explorer and Shadowborn Master, and obviously he has Death March because he's Warlord, so he's very, very dangerous with Death March. And because of Explorer, he probably has some very fast moving monster hunters, which I don't fear that much, but could be quite bad for my opponents. He didn't meet the giant dwelling or my vassal or the dragon dwelling, so he definitely stayed on his side of the map. And that's the 2 vassals of Eskild, Ezekiel, Kim, the Draconian Sorcerer. So yeah, and so it means that the last player I didn't meet is playing. Sorry for that. Yeah, that's Fistandantilus. So he got Eternal City 3 turns ago, and I don't know where the Eternal City is. So I met Mac, and when I met him, he was quite hostile to me and killed my spy drone with his flyer. So he has this flyer, probably some other units in this area. I did some nice damage to the flyer, that's good. And I didn't waste any casting points, that's also good. Oh, so Mac is quite low on mana, has a low mana income and lower mana upkeep than me, 121, whereas I have, I think, 150, something like this. Boom. Wow. One shot. Actually, I didn't do that much damage to him. So, yeah, so actually he lost, he was at 45, and now he's at 20, and he leveled up. So, it looks like he took the city with it. The drafts. Wow. So, he cast the draft, okay. Oh, I didn't check his morale, I should check again. So he has Inspire Loyalty on the draft. It's funny, Jean didn't cast Seed of Distrust. Sorry, not Seed of Distrust. Whispers of the Fallen, that's pretty weird. But I guess he already has some very high research. The drafts, yeah, okay. He lost the city 4 turns ago. So he's at war with someone. Actually, I guess that's the city he lost to independence. So this one and the one there on the right of the map, which he also took back. So he took back both, or maybe it's not him, maybe it's someone else. But they're not burning, so it's probably him. So at the beginning, I moved my Sphinx a little, but then I assume he has some good units in this area. I don't want to face them, so I'm moving back. And I let the spider do the job. And it really looks like this is separated from that. So my plan right now is to move back with these units and go clear this area and get another view with the watchtower, and I should be able to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 here. I should be able to see up to here. Okay, so that was for this area. Here I'm just clearing as usual. I brought back a spy drone from here to there, and then I launched an attack here to try to start the assault. I hope I won't lose my Griffin Rider. I attacked Jean. Why? Okay, I need to do the trick. Okay. So I attacked Jean, an apprentice, and he cast Stephen Limbs on it. And then I dispelled, failed, dispelled, failed, dispelled, succeed. Then he cast the second one, then dispel, fail, I think. So I wasted a lot of casting points, and he wasted 7 times 2 because his leader is away, times 2 because he cast it twice. So the good side of things is now he has only 62 CP left, 68 CP left, which means he can cast only Desecration once, and then he cannot cast Undying Army if he has it. The bad thing is I don't have much CP left, so I cannot cast Spy Drone, I cannot cast Scorched Earth. So why didn't I cast the Spy Drone first? The reason is I wanted to take this, then cast Spy Drone there, and then send it to attack the throne. And if I casted the Spy Drone first, my hero was around here, and then I would not have been able to reach the throne. Or I would have to move there, but then he knows where I am. So that's why I needed to first take the city, then cast the Spy Drone from the city. So I hope he doesn't have many units at the throne that he will send to kill my Griffin or from there, and yeah, because that would be a shame really to lose this Griffin. With my AD I'm staying here concealed. I didn't dare to move there because then the flyer would be alone. No, sorry, it was here actually, yeah, or there, because then if he moves with some units with True Sight, he can see me, and then also here is not a really good place. You've got mountains there, and this is far. So yeah, stay here, and the plan is to go take the throne next turn, and then continue moving and take back these two. That's a Spy Drone I brought back from the underground. I'm raising this because purging needs 5 turns, and that's too long. I cannot hold this for 5 turns. So purging, raising this, then the plan is to take this and try to purge it, and then continue moving and take these two, and maybe purge them, maybe raise them, not sure. But the purging time is too long, and also in terms of balance, this is pretty bad that you cannot hasty plunder or plunder a Necromancer city. We wanted to change that with the balance mode, but it cannot be modded, so we asked to the devs to help with the change for that, but it's not likely that's going to happen, and that's a big advantage for the Necromancer. His enemies cannot plunder his cities. That's really not fair. Then at my throne, so the big business here, Jean decided, to my surprise, to move directly toward my throne with all his army, and he didn't send his guys Judge Reaper to take this. And so I guess his idea is the longer he waits, the stronger I get. So better to go straight towards me and either die or beat me. And I believe his army is very strong. He has two Champion 2, Champion 3 Storm Sisters that have inflict stunning and inflict stun, and also have shock bolts, and they are very efficient against my golems. I assume he has Desecration as a combat spell, and maybe Undying Army, which are very strong. Especially Desecration is very strong against my fire damage from the Forge Priest. Basically it's -3 damage on all my strike against him. So at first I hesitated a very long time about attacking him with 4 stacks of 6 versus his 3 stacks. I thought should be good, 4 versus 3, but actually I think it would have been like 10% chance of victory for me and 90% chance of victory for him. Would have been very difficult. And at the opposite, if I am behind the walls, it means it will split his flying and floating units, like the Dread Reaper, the Banshee, but also his phase units that will go behind the wall, whereas the rest will stay outside the wall, and also his leader is going to cast spells from the back of the battle, whereas if I engage him, he's going to first cast spells and then go against me very quickly. So I can split them like this if I defend, and firing from the wall I have damage bonus also. So I think I have much better chances from the wall defending 3 versus 3 instead of attacking 4 versus 3. So 4 versus 3 I think I have 10% chance for victory. 3 versus 3 with me defending from a city, I think I have something like 50-50. And actually I'm like, because of my slow economic development, I was not able to get the Siege Workshop and the Shattering Hammer, and I think that was somehow a mistake, but not really a mistake because I think I didn't really have the choice. But it would have been much better if I had the Shattering Hammer. Would have maybe changed the result of a battle like this. So we'll see next turn what's up, but if he wins, it's probable that many of his units will be injured. Maybe several will be dead, especially since he cannot cast both Desecration and Undying Army this turn. So then I've got these units ready to attack the remnants of his army. But actually, he could just send the Dread Reaper against this 10 guys, and he has good chances to win. Or send a bit more units, and he has good chances to win. But that would probably mean splitting his army, so then I could catch them maybe. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I could not move much further with the boars and the cadavers, so I didn't really have a choice. So yeah, we'll see next turn. I'm quite worried by this, and I think I have a pretty high chance to lose everything. But I think the best choice was to defend, so we'll see. If I'm lucky, if I dispel Desecration early on, disjunct Desecration early on, I think I can win the fight. And then, because I put my Necro with me, with the Theo, so I have a chance to get Divine Justicar Resurgence on these 4 units if they die. So I would be good. So why did I put the units like this? So basically it's one golem on each stack. Then the cannon is with my Theo, because I have Holy Champion, so it means I open up fire damage for the cannon, because he has undeads, and so it increases the damage of the cannon. I didn't put the engineer I got with the cannon because I made some tests, and if you put them together, actually the engineer is too far from the cannon, and he doesn't reload the cannon, which is completely stupid. Whereas if I put him here, if I'm lucky, they will actually end up next to each other when the stacks are set up on the wall, and then he can reload. Then Forge Priest with me, and the Giant to get the Holy Champion, but I put a Golem and melee units as much as possible with all my stacks, because they are probably going to move at all sides, the flying units, so I need to be able to deal with them. And then I've got as many Forge Priests as possible, because they are doing some pretty nice damage versus the undeads. If he doesn't cast Desecration. Then something interesting is Jean didn't take protection from light, and I calculated his upgrade points, and it looks like he doesn't have upgrade points left. So he has fire weakness, and it looks like he cannot take protection from light, and he doesn't have protection from light now. So he's going to take some nasty damage on some of his units, like this poor 60% fire weakness Reanimator, for instance. Or the Troll also has 60%, I think, or 40%. Yeah, fire weakness. So we'll see, and same for his leader. We'll see next turn. I don't think I'm going to win, but we never know. His leader is very, very, very impressive with 20 defense, 11 resistance, invoke death, undying, flying, 40 movement points. Yeah. Then, so as you can see, I didn't dispel Mana Fuel Cell and Embrace Darkness because I'm building one more golem, and if it doesn't kill me, it doesn't attack me this turn, I will have one more golem and might change the balance if I need to attack him or if I need to defend. I'm still producing a Forge Priest and here doing a shrine, but actually I'm not sure it's a good idea actually. But I don't know. But let's do it. If I win, if I don't win anyway. I don't have much else to do except producing merchandise, but that's not much use. I can just spare the 75 gold. I don't know. Let's say I do that. I'm going to think about it again when I finish the video. So I moved all the Forge Priest from here to the west to be able to do a second strike after it kills me, if he does. Then on the surface, so I brought back the builder I had defending my vassal here, send the spy drone I had toward him together with the Forge Priest, and I'm going to try to attack him there, so that I can attack from the south and from the north, because I believe he has low defense, so I have a chance to do some damage to him, especially if I take the shrine, which I will. And that's it for this turn. Thanks for watching. See you next turn to see the results of the big battle.